What's going on YouTube? This is Wayne with Wayne's Fish World, and I want to talk about today on how to keep koi. Guys, everybody who ever owned a goldfish and seen a koi has always said, wow, look at that fish. But with the beautiful fish, there's a big ass catch. Koi get big. And I want to stress on something that John with KG Tropicals, and I'm going to try to team up with him more, but John with KG Tropical makes the perfect point. People say, well, John, the fish is only going to get big as the tank that it's in. This is true. But here's the big downside. That fish is going to go through stress, it's going to get stunted growth, and the biggest catch, the fish's organs are going to keep growing while the fish stops. So what that means is your fish is going to die. Now, I know somebody left him a smart ass comment saying, well, what about those goldfish that live like 40 years in a bowl? Yeah, whatever. But if you're willing to have your fish die within a couple years premature to its full extent, then you shouldn't own fish. So unless you're willing to give the fish its needs and requirements for space in every aspect of needs, then you shouldn't keep this fish unless you're completely ready. But if you are ready and you're willing to dive into the beautiful world of koi, then it might be right for you. One thing I love about koi, see them swimming away? Watch this. Just by the flick of the hand, what the hell bit me? Here they come. And you can get them tamed. You can pet your fish. They'll eat right out of your hand. Koi are really smart. Honestly, they are related to carp and goldfish, but I think koi are one of the smartest fish that you can get. Their personality is completely out of this world. They're smart. They're just amazing fish. These fish do get large. I would recommend at least 1,000 gallons per koi. These fish do get 3 feet long. With koi, the main thing you need to know is it all begins and all ends with kohaku. And what that means is kohaku is one of the first koi lines that were deprived from carp. And kohaku has that, stepping stone pattern. And you still look for that pattern in every other type of fish, either a sanke or there's many different types of koi out there. And they're pretty much kohaku, tancho, sanke, the ogons and matsuba, the butterflies, the list goes on and on. Susui, asagi, the list is, and it's going on and on. They're making more and more koi varieties by selective breeding, and it's amazing with the colorations. You got Genrin, you got Hai. There's so many variations of koi nowadays. It's kind of hard to learn them all. But these fish do get big. They need large areas. These fish will jump if you don't give them the correct conditions. The best thing you can do is never put their pond in direct sunlight, because you will get algae out of this world. You want to make sure that the pond is well protected from predators. Birds, raccoons, or whatever is in your local area, predators will find it. You can say, I've never seen a bird, but the second you put a pond in your yard, you'll have cranes, you'll have herons, you name it, you'll have it. Also, you want to put netting around your pond. That way the fish can't jump out. That way, because when they're spawning, when they rub against each other, they're going to chase each other, and they will jump. And if the pond's too small, they're going to jump. Another key thing with koi is aeration. You want to have a highly oxygenated pond for koi. It also helps cut back on the algae growth. And with the summer months, the hotter the water, the less oxygen the water can hold. Also, in the winter, you have to make sure your pond is deep enough. If you're in the upper states, Canada, wherever, you have to have at least a 3-4 foot pond. My pond is almost 4 foot deep. Koi might be long and skinny, but they actually need deep water to thrive. The conditions you see koi swimming in a shallow pond and the way they swim in a deep pond like mine, well, mine's a medium pond, but the difference in swimming is completely different. For winter months, you want to make sure your pond doesn't freeze all the way over. You got to have a gap or put an air stone or de-icer in there. If the gases can't exchange, your fish will go belly up. In the wintertime, you're going to have to make sure you feed them up to par because they go into almost hibernation. They're still awake, but they don't eat. They're very sluggish. Their metabolism slows down greatly. In the fall, when it gets below 50 degrees, you don't want to feed them. But before it gets to that cold, you want to feed them on a wheat germ. That way you can still put some fat on them for the winter. In springtime, they will mate. When they mate in their pond, it'll foul the water. You have to do a big water change. Every spring you should do almost a large water change. Koi are rewarding, but they are also a great responsibility. I advise you, don't get the koi unless you're completely ready to have 1,000 gallons plus. But and 1,000 gallons is bare minimum for koi. So unless you're completely ready, guys, I suggest sticking with the Sarasa Comets and Shabumpkins and some of the fancier goldfish. But if you're ready to make that commitment for koi, they're rewarding, they're beautiful, they're great, and koi are just one of the best fish overall. Absolutely beautiful. Comment, rate, subscribe, guys. This is Wayne with Wayne's Fish World with another species video. I'll see you guys next time. Later.